Innovation is a subject to be taught in schools so that kids grow up to be innovators. So in order to take a look at this, first we need to talk about innovation as a subject. Innovation is a topic in which people learn to think and work creatively, both in groups and alone. Creative thinking can arrive through a few different processes, one of them being the ability to remain critical without being denying. That skill takes time to learn and develop. However, all people are able to think creatively. This way of thinking, combined with structured group work in which each member gets a role, helps create a creative space where ideas flourish. When these ideas have flourished, the group will then have to work with them. Here innovation becomes relevant, as it is the goal of these ideas to become innovative, which means that they do something new and different in order to separate themselves from the amount of ideas already on the market. Now, who needs innovation? Everyone needs it, just in different amounts. Innovation can be something as simple as the invention of the sticky notes, the computer, or even just an adjustable table. Now, with that out of the way, the question becomes, who needs to work innovatively? Let us take a statement. The person working in retail as a simple shop clerk does not need innovation in their daily life. It is easy to assume that people going through the same routine every day do not need to be innovative, but that is fairly far from the truth. The truth of the matter is, innovation happens every day. The innovative way of thinking need not be original in daily life. For instance, fixing the shower head with a rubber band because the rubber ring inside it broke. That is in fact an innovative way of fixing a problem. Innovation in daily life simply means to think differently and think for yourself. In past times, innovative people in a family could have been called handymen, as they tended to fix problems without seeking professional help. Sometimes fixing a problem completely, and other times making patchwork solutions. It goes without saying that people should be critical, but that is also a skill that need be taught. Critical thinking is a big part of innovation, as it prevents horrific ideas from seeing the market and also stops you from being electrocuted in your own home because you did not call the electrician. Now the real question with this becomes, why teach this in primary education rather than secondary? Surely older people will get more out of being taught creative, critical and innovative thinking. If you think back to your time in school, how many habits started there? For many people, this answer would be a lot, which is why it is important to teach innovation as early as possible. But with that said, could the teacher be teaching innovation for the wrong reasons? In Denmark, education takes up a lot of space, and Danes tend to be very educated. So with the global paradigm shift from knowing a craft to being innovative in a craft, the Danish education system suddenly became a bit less interesting globally. So from a stately point of view, this idea of people not being innovative means a lot less money in the bank, which could explain this shift to suddenly teaching innovation to young kids, which would be teaching innovation for the wrong reasons. In an individualistic society like Denmark, it is important to always think of the reasons behind teaching something. What would it gain this kid as they grow up? Therefore, the reasons for teaching a subject becomes relevant, and the reason to teach innovation should not be money. Innovation is so much more than just money in the bank. It is a way to live a rich life full of experiences because a few innovative actions in private can add up to a lot of spare time for hobbies. Which is why the teacher should not necessarily teach how to become good innovators in a working environment, but instead teach how to do so in a private context. In general, innovative thinking should be taught to enrich the lives of people. Never should it be taught in schools to promote business life, and therefore the teacher must be careful how they approach this topic, as teamwork, critical thinking, and creative approaches to problems are so much more important than just being innovative. In secondary education, innovation in businesses can be explored, as it usually has a focus on the direction a child wants to go when they grow up. For example, a farmer, a teacher, or a shop clerk, which would lead to a more focused approach. This would in turn help the learners keep it relevant to the topic, which would keep them motivated as they would see where their teaching leads. Of course, all of this is just an opinion based on a course, and therefore it should be treated as such. I speak only my own truth, and hopefully this has been a bit thought-provoking and will help the critical thinking of people working with this subject. This has been a Pecha Kucha. Thanks for listening.